ChatGPT's brain has just been changed, and although it seems like just version 5.1, the difference is extremely noticeable. This isn't a simple touch-up. Now the model is smarter, more conversational, and above all, much more customizable. Let's see what this update really brings, how the new modes work, and how it handles instructions. So let's start with the basics. When we open ChatGPT now, we see three options under the same 5.1 model: automatic, instant, and thinking. The automatic mode chooses for us and switches between instant and thinking. Instant is the fast one, used 90% of the time. It's warmer, more direct, and follows instructions much better than previous versions. It incorporates ADA adaptive reasoning and answers simple questions immediately without complications. Thinking is the reasoner. It's designed for problems requiring deep reasoning, advanced math, complex code analysis, logic, business strategy, or any task where reasoning quality matters more than speed. With instant, we see it clearly, and thinking appears when we have significant doubts or are asking about more complex problems like logic puzzles, code, and so on. Beyond reasoning, one of the major innovations is how it converses and follows our instructions. You can tell the model has been refined to communicate better with people. Now, when addressing, if we ask it to speak to a 70-year-old, the model adapts its language to be simple, relatable, and understandable, using clear comparisons without unnecessary technical terms. But if we ask it to explain that same concept to someone with a doctoral degree, and it can respect both technical language and formatting, which wasn't possible before. Previously it ignored these details, but now it better respects the type of response we request. It's also more rigorous when we set restrictions, something older models struggled with more. The other major feature of this version is style and tone customization. From the settings menu, we can activate personalization and select a base style. There we find several pre-designed personalities like professional, friendly, sincere, peculiar, efficient, geeky, clinical, or even cynical. When we activate the professional style and ask questions like, why should we learn to use AI? The response is organized, formal, with well-structured arguments, relevant data, and a tone fitting for a work presentation or serious report. If we switch to a clinical style, the response pattern changes completely. It keeps the accuracy, but the tone can be drier or more ironic depending on the example, with a very specific humor. We haven't seen this prominently before. Then we have geek mode, where the tone shifts again. Responses include references, naturally used technical terms, and a more casual, friendly tone, like talking with someone deep into the tech or gaming world. This customization isn't just cosmetic, it also affects practical tasks with professional personality. For example, we can request an email reply to a price reduction request, and the result is typically polite, firm, and concise, maintaining position without sounding aggressive. If we combine thinking mode with a geeky personality, that mix works extremely well for programming. The update is noticeable not just in what the model can do, but in how it accompanies us while we work. One way to leverage it is using the desktop app to keep it alongside whatever you're working on. So basically, with version 5.1, we've moved from just having a powerful model to something more adaptable. It follows instructions better, adjusts task difficulty, communicates more naturally, and lets us customize the tone to match our style or the situation. Now it's our turn to experiment with instant and thinking modes, play with different personalities, use it as a co-pilot alongside our apps, and see where it can improve our daily workflow. So basically, we want to start incorporating these functions into our workflow and try reasoning challenges, create small tools with code, draft important messages with the appropriate style, and especially observe how the experience changes when switching modes or personalities. This way, we'll truly understand what this new model offers and how we can best leverage it in each situation. So anyway, tell me what you think about these changes if you've tried it already. I've tried it myself, and I have to say that the method, or rather the thinking section, is vastly superior to the previous one. So, yeah, having a model that takes 4 or 5 minutes to give you an answer but gives you a perfect one is definitely what matters most.